Oh, wow.
Jaylo.
I didn't
How's it
hear
going,
any
babe?
music. Hello?
Yes,
Good.
that's strange.
I didn't hear any guitar music. What's up with that?
I have no idea, babes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but sometimes it's kind of nice to hear a little music before we start talking.
I heard it when I called in, but maybe because I did it first.
Yeah, and it took me a while to call because I got your text.
Well, I called you this morning and I said, hey, you want to do this? And you're like, okay, what's your number? And then I told you the number and you're like, 5493 80272 875 4931. Okay, what's the other number? 9210 4909 7285 10/12. Okay, what's the other number?
Oh, whatever.
I was supposed to be at your place, babes. We're supposed to be in bed by now.
Well, I was.
It's 11:30 in the afternoon, or 11:30.
Oh my goodness.
Rather.
Yeah, you're supposed to go. You're supposed to come over. Yeah, I actually, I did take a little nap this morning too.
I did too.
Yeah, I must have needed it. It wasn't a very long one, but I must have needed it.
Oh. But things got rearranged because you need help with the package, and our speculation is that it's coming either later this weekend or on Monday. And my thought was, well, I should just come over to today and come back to your place on like Tuesday or Wednesday. But you're going to church you're going out someplace to go to church next week and on Thursday. And I said, well, this is important. Why don't you just cancel on church? But you're like, well, no, not doing that.
No.
Think of something else. So, what's going on?
No. Yeah, well, both things are important, I think. But I think that the package will hopefully get here by Monday at the latest.
That's my thought.
That's my thought too. Hopefully it will be no later than Monday.
It'd be nice to get that out and do our thing.
Right. Yeah, because I'm only a couple steps away from something. So, which will not be mentioned.
I wanted better sound quality on this. Because I told you I'm trying to figure out how to record a clubhouse room. And I've been reading these tutorials online and going down this very bizarre rabbit hole. So, for some reason, I was thinking this morning, well, what if I sent a Bluetooth signal to my Mac and I just recorded the audio that was sent over Bluetooth? So I hooked up my Mac this morning over Bluetooth with my iPad to test it out, and it says you're connected, but nothing's playing over my Mac.
That's weird.
And I was going to do that over my phone, but then I fell asleep. A friend called, and he woke me up, but I didn't want him to feel bad, so I said I was getting ready to go over to your house, just because I didn't want him to think me up when he actually did.
Well, you didn't have to respond to this person.
No, but, I got up, and I needed to get up anyway, so it's getting late.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Well, here on the babes.
Okay.
Oh, this clubhouse thing is driving me crazy. I'm trying to get audio so I can do some more cool stuff.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Hopefully, and you still haven't figured it out yet, it sounds like.
No. And you would think it would just be as simple as pushing a button, but it's really not.
What kind of a mic is it exactly?
What do you mean, what kind of a mic?
Well, I mean, how do I say this? So when you saw it online, was there a description about what kind of how it works?
The recording, well, that's the problem. There's a bunch of different tutorials. And I'm also trying to figure out if there's another way to do it. Whatever way I come up with first is a way I'm probably going to use.
Right, okay. You know. Yeah, because there has to be something. There has to be something.
This is, just to clarify, this isn't for I can spy on people's rooms. This is so I can do recordings of my own rooms, you know.
Right. Well, there has to be a way to do that eventually.
Yeah, you think there would be a straightforward way. Like I told you, my friend who got me onto this addiction is also having issues trying to figure out this problem. Like he figured out how to record himself in the room. And then yesterday he figured out another way that will record everybody else in the room but not him.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That is very weird. Huh.
Knowing that I'm not the only person going through this makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, but it's got to be frustrating for both of you anyway, still.
Of course.
Yes.
We want to get some of that clubhouse love.
Oh, goodness. But I'm sure eventually you guys will figure something out.
I'm hoping so, babes. Anyways, that's been a little bit of my struggle this week. Okay. Well, not just a little bit. It's taken up a lot of focus.
Yeah.
What about you?
So yeah, I'm almost done with my book. It's the first Greek myth book that I am almost finished reading. It's really good too. And I haven't read Greek mythology since I was in 7th grade, so it was kind of fun to read it again.
Tell me about some myths that I may not know about.
So let's see. There was one myth about Cupid and Psyche. I forgot. I know Cupid's Greek name is Eros, but I can't remember what. I don't think I know what Psyche's Greek name is. Anyway, so if I remember correctly, there were these 3 sisters. Psyche was the youngest, and Cupid fell in love with her because she was also the prettiest. And so he would visit her at night and tell her that he is her husband. But he didn't want her to look at him because she didn't know that he was a god, right?
Yep.
So he said, "Is there anything you want me to do for you to show you how much I love you?" And she said, "Well, you know, if you are my husband, I really do want to see my sisters. You know, I mean, if you really do want to do something for me, you can let me see my sisters." And so the sisters came over to where she was staying, and she said, they were talking to her about how awful her husband is, and that you really should get rid of him because we don't like him, and the only way you can get rid of him is to cut his head off. And so one night she wakes up and she has this knife in her hand, and this what do you call it? Like I think she's about ready to cut his head off, but she looks at him. She looks at him and realizes that he's this beautiful god, and so
much like
now,
me.
You're not a god, my dear. I'm sorry. I know you think that,
but keep going.
No, anyway. So she realized that he's this beautiful, this beautiful god, and that's why he didn't want her to see him. And so he finds out, wakes up, and says, "I can't see you anymore." So he goes back to his mother Venus's house, who is her Greek name was Aphrodite, and she gets very angry, and so I can't remember. There's other details in the story, but she ends up trying to look for Cupid. She goes into her palace, and Venus gives her all these tasks to do. One of them was to gather this grain, and so conveniently, she had some things happen where she had a way to gather the grain and other things, and so Venus was very upset, and so she gave her the final task, which was really, really difficult because she thought, oh, okay, well, she's not going to do this task because she has to go all the way down to the underworld to collect this box of beauty from the queen of the underworld.
Okay. And so is the underworld sorry to interrupt you, but in this story, is the underworld like their version of hell?
It's the land of the dead. Gotcha. And there's all these spirits and horrible creatures there, and this three-headed dog that guards it. So not a place you want to go to. Anyway, so she goes under there, gets the box of beauty. She is instructed to not open the box of beauty because, and she wasn't told why, but she had to do all these things before she got the box of beauty. She had to give the three-headed dog a barley cake and give a coin to the ferryman that would transport her to the underworld and back. And she had to do the same tasks on the way back. But she couldn't open the box of beauty. She had to just give it back to Venus. She opens the box of beauty, and instead she falls into a deep sleep and crumples onto the road. Cupid finds her, wakes her up with a kiss, lifts her up in his wings, takes her to Mount Olympus, where they are married by Jupiter, a.k.a. Zeus. And, of course, his mother is not happy, but then they have a granddaughter. And that was the end of that myth. So it was kind of a long one. It's kind of a longer one.
That's kind of cool. Does it give you any background about how these myths were created?
The only thing I know about these Greek myths was that they are created to explain away nature.
But it doesn't tell you, like, how they evolved over the years or who may have been the first person to teach them.
No, but I'm sure that there's a book out there that would explain why, the reason behind why Greek mythology was written, not just because it explains that's a way for the Greeks to explain nature. I'm not quite sure how, but it's fun to read them.
It does sound enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I may be missing some details from that myth because it was kind of a long one, but it's fun. There was one myth that explains why spiders weave spiders' webs, and that was kind of interesting.
Give me the myth, babe.
Okay, I think I may have told you this one before.
But you didn't tell me here.
Okay, well, it's a myth about Arachne and Minerva, and it was about this weaving contest. So Minerva, whose Greek name is what was it? It's not coming to me. She's the goddess of weaving, and so she and Arachne, who is a nymph, challenge each other to a weaving contest. And the rest of the nymphs are worried because, well, Minerva is the goddess of weaving. She's going to beat her. Well, so they weave these really beautiful tapestries. Arachne's tapestry is really elaborate about the gods and goddesses, and Minerva's tapestry wasn't quite as elaborate. And the nymphs look at the tapestry and say, oh, well, this tapestry, which is Arachne's, has no flaws in it. So Minerva's really upset, and so she starts to beat her. Minerva starts to beat Arachne, but she says, okay, I decided I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you, and what I'm going to do is I am going to let you weave, but you're going to be hanging. So she changes Arachne into a spider, and Arachne is now able to weave her spider's web. So that's the myth of why spiders weave their webs. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to get you some books on Muslim beliefs.
Why?
Well, I don't know. You're reading about Greek mythology.
Yeah, but it's just mythology. It's, it's not like it's not like I believe that they're real. They're just fun.
But didn't the Greeks believe in these myths when they were around, or no?
I don't know, actually. I really don't. I mean, I'm assuming they did, but I really don't know. Other than it's just a way for, it's just a fun way to explain nature, stuff and things that are going on in nature.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the books, babes.
Yes. Me too.
Yes. Oh, I got up so early this morning, Jay. Well, I woke up at around 3:30 after going to bed at maybe 11. And at first I wasn't going to get out of bed because I'm like, I'm not doing anything with Jaylo right now. But then I realized I could get some laundry done. So I got out, did some laundry, went down the sound rabbit hole again, and then around 9:15 took a nap and woke up at around 11:30.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I must have needed that nap.
Yeah, I think sometime today I'm going to do some laundry. I thought about doing it in the afternoon, but I find that I can do laundry at night, like between between the hours of 5 and 9, or in the morning, sometime when I know that people won't be up doing their laundry.
I'm telling you, babe, early morning is the best time to do it.
No, it's not.
Oh.
I don't like waking up that early.
Oh.
And I get laundry done at night. I mean, there were times where I've gone there in the morning and there wasn't anybody in any of the laundry rooms, and I could just do it.
I know, but typically early is better, I think.
Yeah, but that's your thing, though. You like to wake up that early. I don't like to wake up super. I like waking up in the morning, but I don't like waking up super early, like really early, before the birds are chirping.
Around between 4 and 4:30. That's like my peak time to get up.
I don't understand. I mean, I'm a morning person, but I'm not that much of a morning person where I have to wake up at 4 or 4:30 and.
Oh. And then after I did the laundry, I took a shower after I did the laundry, and I went out on a short walk, and then I came back, and then went back to audio mode.
How far did you walk?
Just a few blocks, nothing too extreme.
Okay. Was it cold this morning?
It was a little bit chilly, but not too bad.
Okay. Very good.
Yes, Jay. Well.
Yes, very good.
I like that I can walk around my neighborhood. It's different than yours in that respect.
So we're not talking about each other's neighborhoods, Bubs.
Okay. I was just trying to point the conversation to something that, we could discuss, but that's all right.
Yes, I know. Your neighborhood's better than mine. I know.
Yeah.
I don't think my neighborhood is worse off as some other ones. I mean, some other ones I wouldn't want to be there.
No, but yours is,
Bubs.
It's not that great.
Bubs.
What?
Would you stop it?
Okay, babes. Okay.
Thank you. This is not a neighborhood competition.
No, it's not, because I would clearly win. But that's all right, babes. What did you do last night after we got off the phone?
I didn't do too much. I just listened to some podcasts and some things on the radio. I did not listen to my book, but I went to bed probably between 10. No, wait. It might have been between 11 and 12. And I woke up around. I woke up around 6:30 or so, and then I went back to bed for a little bit, like 20 minutes, maybe like between 8:30 and 9.
Oh, okay.
For about, yeah, I think I must have been. No. Actually, no. It was between like 20 minutes to 9 and close to about 9:30. So I think I was out for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Damn, Jaylo. That's
What?
like more like 30 to 50 minutes, depending on when you went to sleep.
No. I woke up and then I went back to sleep.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You went back to sleep from 9:40 until 9:30. 8:40 to 9:30. I don't know why I'm speaking so badly today.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I woke up like, yeah, that's right. I don't remember exactly when I went to sleep, but I do remember putting my head down again at 8:40. I might have gone to sleep. I might have actually been asleep between 9 and 9:30. So I can't really say, but it seems like my nap wasn't very long.
Have you ever considered talking to a doctor about your sleeping issues?
No.
Why not?
I don't think I need to talk to a doctor about my sleeping issues.
Yeah, but your sleeping is like way all over the place, I've noticed.
So is yours.
I mean, listen, I just have to say I'm going to talk, but we've already established that I have some major issues, and I actually have talked to a doctor about my sleeping problems.
No, I don't. Sometimes when the seasons change, especially, it always seems to be weird. Like when I was living in Hawaii, I never had a serious problem with that.
Yeah, but you don't live in Hawaii anymore, and the weather changes a lot.
That's what I mean.
But that's
yeah,
what
I know,
I'm saying.
but
That's why you might want to talk to a doctor about the sleeping stuff.
I don't think I need to right now. I really don't. Unless I haven't been sleeping for like 2 months, which never happened to me.
I was in this clubhouse room the other day. I know, of course. But they were talking about things you could do for your health, and they said like the number one thing above exercising and even above eating is sleeping.
Yes, I know. Sleeping is like one of the best things to do for your body, yes.
They said even above eating, which was the thing that shocked me.
Which is really surprising to me, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, but I mean, I don't go through like huge bouts of insomnia either. I mean, eventually it does. I do get back on my circadian rhythms do get back on track. So I just don't think I have a problem really. I don't have a serious problem.
Well, good.
It's not like I have like sleep apnea or anything.
Okay. How's the river of blood going?
Do we have to talk about? Okay, it's gone. Fine, it's gone.
Oh, good. Good.
Do you seriously do that to provoke me?
Would I ever try to do that, babes?
Yes. Seriously, do you really do this to embarrass me? Honestly.
No.
Mhm.
I just can't help it, Jaylo.
That remains to be seen, folks.
Oh, babes.
What am I going to do with you?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't figured that out yet.
I don't think all you need to do is love me and accept me and, change yourself in the ways that I suggest. And I think that would be the best course of action.
Uh-huh. Yes. No,
Or at least it would help.
I do kind of think that sometimes you do things to provoke me.
I like to get a rise out of people. So I guess in that sense, maybe, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to get you really mad when I say this thing.
Okay. So you're not really into seriously provoking somebody, but you just want to shock people, I guess.
Yeah, I do. I like getting a response from folks, though.
Okay.
Yes, well, I mean, it's not interesting if I'm just like, well, how was your night? How was your week? What's going on with you? Oh, good. How are the kids?
How are the kids? We have no kids.
I know, babes.
How are the children? We have no children.
We've already covered that, but I hear you.
I know. I just love that line. It's a funny line.
Yes. I'm so glad I turned you on to the Naked Gun movies.
They're really funny. I don't know why I don't remember watching them, but super funny.
Yeah, I watch those movies all the time until, the OJ thing. Then it just became like I can't watch OJ in another place when he's on TV every single day. But up until that point, I really enjoyed the movies.
Yeah, but you watched it with me, and you said you still liked it, even if...
No, but babe, I'm saying when I was a kid.
Yeah.
There's the difference, right?
I know there's a difference.
Okay, good. Yes. But I was 11 when he released the Murder Glove.
Yeah,
when
that's
he
right.
collaborated on AC with the Ford Bronco ride. Another AC and OJ collab.
AC and OJ collab. They weren't making an album, Bubs.
I know, but they're still putting in work together that a lot of people paid attention to and were fascinated by. And I'm sure people thought after that, well, where are they going to go next? What car are they? Maybe they could use a Bentley next time.
Yeah, well.
Maybe instead of the cops, next time they could run from the FBI.
Yeah, well.
I don't know, babes. That's just a thought.
I don't know.
You still sound tired, Jaylo.
No, I'm not tired at all.
Okay, good.
I'm not tired at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good, babes.
I think that nap was refreshing.
I'm glad to hear it, babes.
I hope yours was.
Oh, it was so refreshing. It felt so good. I shouldn't have lied to my friend, but you know what it was? I didn't want him to think that he just woke me up, and I didn't want to have to, get up immediately and go out. If I had been up, I would have just gone to meet him because I would have liked to have seen him today. But I didn't want to be because he said, did I wake you up? And I'm like, no, I was up. And I didn't want to be like one of those people.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm sure he would understand, right? I'm guessing I know who that is, but...
Oh, yeah, he would have understood, but I didn't want to be like one of those people who would be like, actually, you did this wake me up, or,
Yeah, but, I mean, you could have just said, can I call you back? I'm still a little bit tired, It's not like you would have been...
I should have been up by now, you know what I mean?
You shouldn't have lied.
No, I shouldn't. But I did. If he's listening to this, I apologize.
Yeah, you better.
I better, babes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Or what you could have done is you could have skipped. You could have just pressed ignored on your phone.
No, but babes, I got up, I picked up the phone just automatically and answered it.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, that's what I do if I'm tired and I don't want to answer the phone. I just press the ignore button and
what I usually, babes, is before I go to sleep, I'll put it on Do Not Disturb. I'll turn the ringer off. But for some reason, I don't do this time.
Right. Yes. I remember there was one time when I was in college and I fell asleep. It was a Friday afternoon. I was super, super tired. It was a really long week, and somebody from Disability Services called me, and a nice lady, and I was surprised that I was even awake to answer the phone, and I did. I was like, I hope she understood me, because I was pretty tired.
Oh, you know, okay.
Okay.
And she was able to interpret that.
Yes.
You still sound a little bit tired right now, Jaylo.
I'm not. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yes, honey bugs.
Good, you good.
You're not scoring any points with me this morning.
Oh. I know I say that too. It's like, we're not talking about the truth.
Bugs.
Dave, I love you.
Mm.
We still haven't decided on when I should come over. If I should visit your place tomorrow or on Sunday.
I think we should talk about this outside of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, I don't think everybody needs to know everything about our lives.
I didn't think that was too much of a personal detail, babe.
Well, I mean, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I just think that there's some things that should be left private.
I told you the Lupe fiasco thing, right?
What was it?
I was listening to an interview with him, and supposedly he's a big reader.
Uh-huh.
So the interviewer asked him, well, what books are you reading now? And he pauses for a second, and he responds with, I just think that some things, I don't need to tell my fans everything. Some things I want to keep to myself. And I thought that was the craziest thing, that he doesn't want to tell his audience what books he was currently reading.
I would tell anybody what kind of books I'm reading. I mean, that's not something that's like really, really personal. I mean, unless he's reading books about
unless what now?
Unless it was books about how to murder a cat or something.
Yeah, I kind of wondered if he said that because either he wasn't reading anything at the time, or he wanted to see if he could get away with it.
Maybe he's not reading anything, so he didn't have anything to contribute.
Yes. But anyways, when you what?
Well, why couldn't he just say, well, I haven't read in a while, but I could tell you what I read the last time. I don't understand it.
But when you just said that thing about you don't want to talk about when you want me to come over, it made me think of Lupe.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's I just think that there are some things about our relationship that doesn't need to always be out there.
I agree, babe.
That's why I just have to put the brakes on it.
Oh, okay.
Bubs.
Okay. What do you want to talk about then? Because I was trying to bring up some stuff.
Let's see.
Was
there any?
We'll leave the conversation. Go ahead.
No. Trying to think now. So there's something. Okay, so I know that you talked about all the rooms about Clubhouse. Now that I'm on a Clubhouse thing, that you've talked about. Is there any room that you only wanted to go in once and you never wanted to go into that room again, and it's appeared?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, the way Clubhouse rooms work is they're only there when they're open, and then somebody else can start a new room but with the same name. I will tell you, so it doesn't exactly work this way. I will tell you this. There have been times where I've gone into rooms and it's been a little bit misleading. Like something I'm noticing about Clubhouse that I don't really like is there's a lot of these self-love or life coaches who are on there, and they basically say the same thing. How are you going to add value to somebody else's life? Or I'm really an authentic person, and that's what you need to be to get ahead. And that I can get that from any number of people in my real life, so I don't need it there.
Oh, okay, okay. So they kind of use the same old jargon.
Yeah, in a lot of the different rooms of those nature. But there have been some rooms that I've been surprised on how much I liked. For example, this morning, while I was waiting for my laundry to dry, I went into a room that was, I think it was titled like something, What Not to Do in the Kitchen. But
Mm-hmm.
when one of the chefs was introducing himself, he said, well, I know that we're talking about this is supposed to be a funny thing, but I want to bring up the subject of modifications. And he said, I don't
Mm-hmm.
like to do modifications. Then they went down this rabbit hole talking about, well, I don't like to change the food when the customer comes in, and they started telling the reasons why. And I usually don't like when the subject changes from the description to a new topic, but that really worked for me. They made some really interesting. Yeah, they were saying that the reason usually that chefs don't like to make modifications on a dish. So, for example, if you come in and say, "I'll have this dish, but I don't want any tomatoes in it," they don't like to change dishes, is because oftentimes a chef will spend years learning how to prepare a dish, and they'll devote several hours a week to it. And so they know the flavor profile on it. So if you just change one thing, it'll throw the dish completely out of whack. And they speculate that that's what leads a lot of people to give negative reviews on apps like Yelp, is because the dish doesn't taste good based on the customer having it changed at the last minute.
Yeah, but is it like, so does that count, like, when some on the menu it says you can have like a burger, for example, you could have a choice of tomatoes with it or no tomatoes or whatever it is, or no lettuce, right?
No, but these were also not. These weren't like diner chefs. These were people who worked high-end restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So they're not diner chefs. Okay. So that's
no.
So like if they're making a pasta dish, right? It doesn't matter what it is. They can't just take something out of it.
They could, but it changes the flavor profile.
Interesting.
And one chef was talking about how a lot of people will go into her place and they'll hear from the front staff that they're talking about how much of a vegan they are and they love animals, but then they'll order like chicken sandwiches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which means that they're not really a vegan.
Exactly.
That's very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Then they started talking about Louis Anderson.
Oh, wow.
You remember him, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was the only thing I remember him from is that he wasn't just a comedian, but he was one of the hosts on Family Feud at one time.
And he was the white guy in Coming to America.
Was he? Which one?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
He was the white guy.
Oh, wait, I think...
he was like the only white guy in Coming to America, I think.
Yeah, because I just watched it like a few months ago, and I forgot about that character.
He works at McDowell's behind the cash register.
Yes. Louis Anderson. Wow. Such a funny movie.
Yes, that's a great movie. I'm probably going to end up watching the sequel soon, alone.
You'll have to tell me how that is, because if you don't like it, there may be a chance that I won't like it.
That's true, babes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love the original, but I think maybe they waited about 20 or 30 years too long to make a sequel.
I would agree, but maybe some movies are good with age. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, even though they waited long to make a sequel, maybe it will turn out okay.
We'll see, babes.
maybe they can make a good movie even though it's much later. I don't know.
I'm going to check it out at some point. I keep telling myself that at least.
When is it already? Is it already out?
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
Ah, okay. Well, then you'll have to see it then.
Yes, you will. By the way, there was a little bit of good news that came out this week related to movies. Regal Cinema is going to reopen at the beginning of April, so I think it's next Friday.
Oh wow, great! I was wondering about them because I know AMC theaters started opening.
But we mostly have Regal out here in Portland.
Yes, I know, but I'm talking about theaters in general because I heard about.
Go ahead.
Man, you're just ornery this morning, or
no, I'm not ornery.
This afternoon. Mhm.
Oh,
first it was first we were having a neighborhood competition. Then you want to talk about something really embarrassing. And
then I asked you when I should come over.
Why do you think it's anyway? Okay.
Keep going, babe. I love you.
Maybe you shouldn't come over.
Oh, whatever.
Bubs.
You want me to come over, and you know it.
I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just stop playing hardball, babes.
You gotta behave yourself, then.
I always do. Did you get your check from the Democrats yet?
No.
And not the Republicans?
Bubs, honestly, I do not want to have a political discussion with you right now.
Okay, that's fair, babes.
Thank you. I mean, people wonder why I get a little bit feisty with you.
I think it's because you don't have a thick enough skin.
No, it's just that you ask really off-the-wall questions sometimes, and there are times where I'm just like we have to talk about it, and you just...
I love you, babes.
Telling you, Bubs, you're on thin ice.
Oh, I love you, Jaylo.
Thin ice.
Babes, if I were there in person, I would give you a kiss.
Yeah, but you're not here.
I know, but I would have been there. You were the one who told me to stay home today.
Yeah, I know. I did.
It wasn't my choice. I would have been there, babes.
Yes, I know, Bubs.
Yes. Oh, somebody just tried to call me. Oh.
Uh-oh.
It looks like a spam number.
Oh, yeah. That happened to me this morning. I got this number, like this Washington number that I didn't even recognize, and I'm like, what is this? I've been getting weird numbers like Seattle numbers, like number with like the area code 833, and they're like robocalls or something. It's very annoying.
I hate those.
I know. It's like, where? Like, stop it. Or sometimes I've gotten calls where it's like, congratulations, you just won, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't even apply for it.
Yeah, stop messing around with me. I get a lot of spam emails in my Hotmail account, and it'll be like things saying, you won this prize for McDonald's, click here.
No.
I need to figure that out and get a bigger spam filter.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
How do you think I feel, Gia? Whoa.
Yeah, I like the Gmail spam folder better because you can delete them. Yeah,
or Gmail works like a charm. I hardly ever get spam emails in my primary box in Gmail.
No, I don't.
I don't get. It happens very rare.
Yeah, I don't get spam emails in my inbox unless I set it to not to unless I set it to spam, and then I just get them in my spam folder, and then I can just delete them forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice, babes.
That's right.
That's right, you. Well, I don't know why I heard it ring because I put the phone on Do Not Disturb.
That is odd.
That is.
That is really weird.
Maybe it's because I was on the phone.
Yeah, I think that may be it. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, somebody's picking up trash outside.
Picking up what? Oh, trash. Yeah.
I think that's
Sometimes I hear people like doing doing yard work or not yard work, but mowing the lawn or something like that, or driving a truck, doing construction nearby.
Yes.
It's kind of loud.
That's not the end of the world, though.
Of course not.
Yes.
Of course not.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yes. What else do you want to talk about, babes? See, it ain't so easy to lead the conversation, is it?
What?
No, I asked you because you weren't liking the subjects I was bringing up, so I said, what else do you want to talk about? And you're like, I don't know. And I said, it's not so easy to lead the conversation. I'll make it look seamless.
Seamless.
Oh, my goodness.
Seamless. Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness. What do you want to talk about, babe? So do you want to let me take the helm?
I'm afraid about how it's going to turn out when you take over the helm.
Yeah, I might ask you where you had breakfast.
Or well, that's different, but yeah.
What are you afraid that I might ask you?
Some private things about my family members, stuff like that. I don't know, something weird.
Then what do you want to talk about?
Let's see. What book did you say you were finished with? Because I know that we talked about books earlier, but I couldn't remember what book you were reading or finishing. Or did you start one?
I need to start a new book. The last book I finished, I think we talked about, was Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
Yeah, and you said you liked that one.
It was good. It took a little while to get into it, but I enjoyed it. But I do need to read another book. I've just been so into the Clubhouse thing this week that I need to focus on other stuff.
Yes.
Yes. It's a very fun, addictive rabbit hole to go down.
Yes.
Yes.
We really need to get back into writing our book the weekend after next, or the week after next, rather.
Once you return from your trip to go and find out more about the Lord, we should definitely do that.
Yeah, we do because we still have to work on the last 3 chapters.
So this is going to sound like a dumb question, babes. What do you think you're going to learn in church that I can teach you?
I'm going to learn everything that you couldn't teach me.
Oh, my goodness. So it'll be like a 2-minute sermon then.
No.
Oh.
Well, we'll see. I would learn more than anything you could have taught me.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Well, Bubs, you don't know about the subject. I mean, why else would you be asking me questions?
No, but haven't you already heard the story of Easter like plenty of times before, since you have it committed to memory by now, at least partially?
That's not the point, Bubs. Yes,
Okay.
I've heard I've heard it many, many, many times, but it bears repeating.
And why is it that you can hear those stories many times, but whenever I repeat a story, you're like, I already heard that?
Well, because but Bubs,
Okay.
it's a totally different story. it's like repeating what you had for breakfast like 2 weeks ago, or repeating a quote from a movie that you've seen like 20 million times, or repeating what your friend said 2 weeks ago and you told me like 5 times already.
How many times have you heard the story of the resurrection? I mean, I know you
I
don't
can't
have
even count.
But
I don't have a number because I can't even count how many times. I mean, I've heard it since I was a child.
Have you ever been like, oh, not this story again, when it comes to?
No, of course not. No, of course not. It affirms my faith even more, and I think it's one of those stories that bears repeating, just like the Bible bears repetitive reading over and over again. It's not that kind of a story. You can't just hear it once and never want to hear it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the movie Jackie Brown, then.
No, not quite like that.
There's violence in it. There's some betrayal, but if you keep watching it, it really holds up.
It's a totally different. It's apples to oranges.
Oh, okay.
It's not a movie that can necessarily make your life better. It's just a full of action and betrayal and all that.
But you thought it was a good movie too.
I did, but I didn't like it as much as you did.
No, but for me, it's like top 5 favorite movies of all time. Like I didn't expect it to be in that high regard with you. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have it high up there, but I didn't, I wasn't like as gung ho about it as you've been, because I've only saw it once with you. So, but it isn't a bad movie.
Oh, it's more than just not a bad movie; it's a great movie. But yes.
That's the same thing you said about From Dusk Till Dawn, and I still don't like the movie. Looks
incredible films. I definitely think that Jackie Brown is better, but From Dusk Till Dawn is still, to me, a great cinematic achievement.
Well, and that's what you also said about, that's the same thing you said about In the Company of Men, and I disagreed with you on that one, too.
From Dusk Till Dawn is better than In the Company of Men.
And I said the total opposite. Total opposite.
Do you think, babe, that this might be a sign that you need to have your taste buds checked out because you're having problems with your taste?
No.
Okay.
I just have a different opinion than you.
Yes.
No.
As long as we can agree that your opinion is different, but mine is the correct one. That's the important thing.
No, it's not always correct.
About movies, it is.
No, it's not always correct. No, you had some hits, but you also had some misses.
But wouldn't you say, babes, that the misses I've shown you are at least very interesting to watch, and they're not your typical bad movie?
I guess. It's kind of a different question, but okay. Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, they're great movies because I think they're great. But even in somebody like a normal person like you would at least have to admit that they're more unique than your average bad movie.
A normal person like me? What is that supposed to mean?
It means somebody with slightly above average taste in cinema. Or with regular.
Okay.
No, you have regular taste in cinema. It's gotten better since you started.
Whatever. Chelsea, but I think that deserves a table.
No, you're wrong. But you're allowed to be wrong.
You're not always correct.
When it comes to movies, I am.
No. I don't think so.
Oh,
Do not think so.
Very good, babes.
I do not think so.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Just wait.
No matter how pig-headed it may be.
No matter how pig-headed you are?
No, your choices may be.
What if?
Oh, Dave, it sounds like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
No, I think it's just because you're being ornery this morning, or I guess it's almost afternoon.
I think it is afternoon.
I think you're right. No, I think it's your orneriness.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you can be pretty ornery sometimes.
No, I'm not ornery.
Sometimes you're just up to no good.
I think you're wrong about that, okay?
Really? What's your proof?
It's just my opinion. And the fact that I'm always good.
Right.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. Well, Jaylo, is
yes?
there anything you want to talk about?
No, but I think you can. I think that you should call me back after this.
Uh-oh.
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you feel being in the driver's seat of the conversation?
I didn't feel like I was in the driver's seat of the conversation much.
No, but I said take over. Why don't you throw out a topic? Because you were getting upset with the ones I was bringing up.
It was. I guess it was a little bit different, but at the time I couldn't really think of a lot of things, and I thought I couldn't think of anything at the time, but yeah, I think we should maybe we should trade off occasionally, like you could be the driver. Usually you're the driver of the conversation, but it would be kind of cool for me to do that once in a while.
It would be. I'm not going to go into my own arrogance, but we could try that once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a
while. I mean, or it could be like I could drive a part of the conversation about something. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. If that makes you happy.
No, I'm just saying, babes, it didn't really produce good results today.
Hey, that was my first time.
Ooh. Well, I hope it was good.
That was my first time being the driver of the conversation, so to speak.
Okay. But you've had conversations in real life where you're mainly the one in control.
Yeah, there were times I have had, and there were times where somebody else made the conversation about them mostly, but
it's not necessarily that the conversation is about one person, but it means you're the one sort of like bringing up the conversation, the topics rather, and segueing it from one topic to another.
I'm sure I have before, yes.
I would hope so.
Yes.
Yes, babes.
Yes.
By the way, did you hear about what happened in Oregon yesterday or last night?
What was it?
There was like something weird in the sky, and they're still not saying what it was, but a bunch of people took footage and sent it into like the local radio or local TV stations.
I think that there was like speculation that it was like might have been something weird flying in the sky or something, right?
Yeah, either that or something burned up. When I listened back to it this morning, or the news rather, earlier today, at that point they didn't say what it was. They just said the word. It was still speculation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard a little bit about that. Yeah.
Well, good, babes. Good.
Good.
Well, I'll let you. Well, unless there's anything else you want to say, any dreams you had?
I did not have any dreams. Did you have any dreams?
Not really, no. I had this weird one the other day that I was watching TV, and they were giving this obituary to Lil Wayne.
Oh, wow. No, he's still around.
I don't really follow his music, but
I don't
know. like 10 years ago, a friend sent me a link to one of his songs, and I did kind of like it.
What was it? Was it
I don't remember.
Okay. I wasn't really a big fan. I heard that he had a kid like really young. I think he was like 15, right?
That's possible. I don't really know his life story, except that I think he was on Cash Money Records for a while.
Yeah, but I wasn't a huge fan of him.
No, I can't go with all the auto-tunes, babes.
Yeah, I agree. I really can't stand it. I think it takes away from any song. Takes away from any song.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say.
Yes. Was there anything else you want to discuss, or you good?
No, but I do want to talk to you afterwards.
Okay, babes, we'll talk about private stuff, like when I should come over, or what you're going to have for lunch.
Oh my goodness, Bubs.
If I was there right now, I'd just kiss you. You just what?
Well, I just figured that we were going to talk about that off of this thing, and we weren't going to discuss it on, and you just brought it on me, and that's why I got mad at you.
In fairness, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, and it's just because of the, yeah. Anyway.
No, just because of what?
Well, just because it's the main reason as to why we had to rearrange it. I just was like, I don't know, I don't think I want to go into it here.
Okay, babes. I still love you.
That's what I mean.
Yes. All right, Jaylo. I think we should wrap it up.
Yes, we will.
Short one, but a good one.
A short one, but a good one, yeah.
Yes. All right, babes. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Last chance to say anything else?
No, I'm not going to say anything else.
All right, babe. Sounds good.
Okay, bye-bye for now.
Bye for now.